Hey everyone, it's Kenton Becker, American Pacific Mortgage. I'm here again with another weekly video tip for you. This week's tip, I want to talk about something I've been hearing a lot of conversations on over several years, really, and that is co-signing on a loan. For a lot of buyers that are looking to purchase a home and it's just out of their reach of affordability, maybe they can qualify, but they don't have the right amount of income that's reporting. Maybe they're running side jobs and we can't use some of that income. So it's not really an issue of them being able to make the payment. It's an issue of them being able to prove that payment. For a lot of those clients, adding a co-signer or a co-borrower is something that can really help them get into those numbers for the home price they want and have maybe that person help out with showing a little income on paper. First, I want to explain the difference between a co-borrower and a co-signer. Now, generally, when we're talking about a co-borrower, we're actually talking about somebody who's not only going to be on the loan and on title to the home, but they're also going to live in the home with you. This could be a boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, could be a family member, a roommate, really anyone, honestly. And that co-borrower is going to share all the responsibilities of not only living in the home, but they're also going to be on the loan and on title to the home as well. Now, a co-signer generally is somebody who's also on the loan and on title to the home, but they're not going to live in the home. We call that a non-occupying co-signer. And a lot of times you're going to see this as somebody who's maybe a parent, a sibling. I guess it could also be a boyfriend or girlfriend or partner or roommate, but generally it's going to be mostly, at least in my experience, a parent or a sibling that's going to help out by co-signing. Now, when you're adding a co-signer to the loan, you do need to remember that even if they don't live in the home with you, they are going to still share the responsibility of that home. Not so much in the responsibility or upkeep of the home since they don't live there, but they are going to share in the responsibility of if you as the primary borrower don't make the mortgage payment, it is going to fall on that co-signer in their responsibility. They are on credit, they are on the loan, and they're on title to the home as well. And that generally leads to the biggest question that we get with any co-signer, which is, when can we be removed? A lot of times the co-signer is wanting to help you out, but they don't want to stay on that loan forever. They want to be taken off the loan at some time in the future. The only way to truly take a co-signer off of the loan is you do need to refinance them off the loan, and you would have to place that loan in your name as the primary borrower, and you'd have to qualify for that home on your own. As long as you can qualify for that home without the co-signer's help, you could refinance them from the loan and no longer need them on there for additional support. Now, another thing that you need to consider when adding a co-borrower or co-signer is you do have to factor in that co-signer, yes, they are being added to the loan to help usually support additional income, but you're also adding them to the loan and any debts that they bring to the table and also their credit score. So if you have a co-signer that does bring a lot of income to the table, but they also bring some baggage of their own mortgage payment and their own auto loan payments and everything else, you may find that the net result is they're not really benefiting you at all. Even though they're adding income, they're also adding a ton of debts, and it really doesn't help your numbers. So you do need to be a little selective on which co-signer you are actually going to add. Just because Uncle Joe says, hey, I'm going to help you out with your home purchase, doesn't mean they're going to be a good co-signer for you if they also have a bunch of debts to bring to the table. At the same time, if Uncle Joe has a really bad credit score, that may also not be somebody you want to bring to the table. Just because you have a good credit score, if anyone comes into the loan that has a lower credit score, we have to use that lower credit score for qualifying. Uncle Joe might have a low credit score and may not be somebody you want to add because it could affect your interest rates or what programs you qualify for. Best thing to do is if you have a co-signer or you think that may be something that you want to do, is to talk with your loan officer. This is a conversation that I have with a lot of my clients as well, just to talk with them about what are the qualities of the co-signer they're thinking of adding, and does that co-signer fully understand their responsibility. As long as they understand their responsibility and the co-signer is well qualified, it can be a great option to add that co-signer to the loan and help the borrower qualify for a little more home. So hopefully that helps you in talking a little bit about the differences in co-signers, co-borrowers, what their responsibilities are. If you are in a situation where you need to add a co-signer or you just have questions about adding a co-signer, let me know. I'm happy to help answer those questions for you. So thanks so much for joining me this week. Have a great week.